What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Our pals over at Proclip reached out to me and they had a new product and I needed it. I had to have it. So I'm gonna show you what's in this box, what was sent, and then we're gonna install this or tweak my setup. Currently I have a Proclip in the car, obviously. If you follow this, you know. And it's a cradle setup, and this, I guess as I'm explaining that, I should just pull it out on camera. Oh, look at this, fresh to death. I got a big fat head, so this setting is absolutely not gonna work right out the gate. There's no way. There's no way you anticipated how fat of a head I have. It's beautiful, thank you. Look at this. MagicMount Charge Elite. So I will link this down below. I actually gotta take this off for a second because, you know, got a haircut, you know, but this is definitely awesome. I like this Flex Tech. You know, I used to always have the fitted hats, and then I realized I have such a big melon that it was difficult to figure out what hat. I think it was like a 7 5/8 or bigger. I don't remember. It's been a long time. It's been a hot minute. So the thing about this is that my current setup, this is the phone. It is the 15, right? I went from a 15 Pro Max. I know everybody gives crap about Apple. I don't give a damn. I went from a 13 to a 15. I don't upgrade every year. It is what it is. I just get the damn phone because every other year. I might go Android next year because I like the number 5 and I like the number 2. So when 25 comes out, maybe, I don't know. Aww. One of the issues that I have is in my specific vehicle, when I put it in the cradle, which I'll show you in a second, there's just small gap, very small amount of gap that I can put down to a USB-C or a USB to charge. I like to charge, there's times I forget to charge at nighttime and I'm charging in the car. I don't have a long commute, but it is enough to keep me going, right? Charged and going. But with this, I could just plop it on there. I don't have to worry about a cradle, and if I could figure out the connection nicely, it's gonna give me a lot less of a headache. So this is what this is. It is going to be, can this focus? I don't even know. Hold on. Goddamn camera! Can we get closer? I'm going to just get rid of this desk. Here. Let me just, I'm trying to, this is what you get when you're trying to be more professional, and I got a freaking tripod and lights, and I'm just trying to make it suck less, but it's not sucking less. It seems to suck. So stop focusing on my eyeball, damn you. This is the setup here. It is a nice Scotch unit, and I'm assuming basically all I'm gonna have to do for this setup is I still have the mount in the car. I'm just gonna replace the cradle that I have with this. So this piece, stop focusing on me. This piece is just gonna attach on, and then I'm gonna hook the testicle right up into that. Now, I do have other phone cases. I don't know if this one's gonna do it. It does. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because, oh, it does it really decent. Okay, this is gonna be good. These are, these cases are from Spigen. I don't think there's any other way of pronouncing that, but Spigen, whatever. But these are some of my favorite cases. Every time the phones come out, I always order these. I used to just primarily get OtterBox. I'm waiting for the Rebel case. It might not work with this because it's probably a thicker one, but this will work. And I have other ones. I don't really love the thicker, crazy case at this point. I have screen protectors, and as long as it's enough protection around the edge, I think it'll be fine. And these crazy cases, they just make my pants fall down right to the ground because they weigh so much. So at least we know that this is a solid connection. So this will work. What I really love right now, hey, is that there's a small pass-through here, and that it's a USB-C. So we're gonna have to get rid of this because we can't be riding dirty with that, but a USB-C, it'll coil up, connect down, and I should, oh, what? Look at this. As I'm sitting here talking about how it's gonna coil up, I gotta get out of screen for it to focus on things. They got these little things, I guess if you wanna stick somewhere. I might not have this as an issue, but some of you might have a longer path. This is a generous length of cable. And the other good thing that they include, I personally won't need this, but it's a cigarette lighter charger, and it's a USB-C to cigarette lighter charger, and it's actually 2 USB-Cs. God damn, I can't tell if this thing's focusing on what. It's like focusing on my eyeball, and I'm looking at the screen over here, and I should be looking down here. It's the first time I'm using this camera in vlog mode. I don't know if you follow the channel, but I don't really film this ugly ass mug often. I'm trying to incorporate this because I've been told for a long time I was 400 pounds and you guys were just staring at this big fat hand. It's not a big fat hand anymore, but you know, I didn't want to get on camera, and now I can get on camera. I don't really want to get on camera, but here I am, and this will be nice. I'm gonna take this, you know, cigarette lighter condom off. Does it come off? Ooh, that's satisfying for some of you. Wait, does it make that noise too, huh? That probably got somebody off, right? Don't you guys, don't you, some of you guys like Google that shit and you're like, we got the tingles. Like, I don't know, I don't know, man. Hey, whatever gets the views, I'll do ASMR, OCD ASMR. You let me know. I'll do a freaking OnlyFans for that. I was always wanting and curious to figure out, can I take pictures of my feet? My feet are ugly. Women have it made, man. Yeah, y'all don't realize women control the world and men are just stupid. We're giving them money for pictures of feet, and people are mailing underwears that like there's videos of them putting like canned tuna stink on it. Why are you buying that? Who buys that? Who's looking at pictures of people's footsies, toes, feet stink? What? Like, what's next? And be like armpit porn, like, hey, take a look at that. And there's girls out there that don't shave. There is a whole genre. Holy shit, there is. They're like, oh, take a look at my bush under my armpit. It looks like I got somebody with an afro and an arm lock. Like, that's crazy, man. What are we doing? Hey, listen, if it gets you off, you know, that's cool. But next time you see me, we're gonna go into the car, into the future. Let's go install this real quick. There's no describing in any nice ways how bad my vehicle is dirty-wise. Like, that's all dust and dirt out there. It's anyway, so this is the setup. We're gonna be battling light as usual. This is what I usually have here. I plop this bad boy in, and then, like I said, this is the little setup I have. I found a small little cable, and that's what I've been doing. I've been having this like this, which is not too bad. The only problem with the setup we're about to do is that if I ever want to shut this, obviously it can't be plugged in, and I don't want this to be dangling because it could, I mean, this is PPF'd anyway, but if I ever want to shut this, so I can't have a permanent solution here. Like, I was thinking that I was gonna take these things maybe and put them in here or something to run the cable down and have it all nice, but like, what in the fuck? So that probably won't work. So basically the process here, if you already have the vehicle mount and you have this at the same time, then you're just going to install the mount and then put the cradle out of the equation. If you have a cradle to begin with, you're basically just going to take the cradle off, and that starts with removing that piece. That comes out. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this part off, replace it with this, and then I might actually go up higher. No, I'll stay lower. I would definitely say start the screws just a little bit, leave them loose until you get all four going, then worry about tightening them down. I think that should go without saying for pretty much everything, but specifically this, because you're going into plastic. You don't want to screw anything up here. So from here, we're gonna set up here. We're just gonna plop the ball on, keep the cord down. We're gonna tighten this nut so we can figure out our height. We don't want to go all the way tight because we want to figure out what we're gonna do as far as the adjustment. So basically this is going to be the new look. You know, obviously you're going to make adjustments based on whatever, but when I get in, I'm just going to end up putting my phone down, and I don't think it charges while the car's off. So let me turn the car on and just make sure. Charging. This is not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be totally fine. What I like about
GPS connected.
Okay, take it easy. Take it easy, radar. What I like about this is, even though with this mount, this specific one for this vehicle, they had this nice angle. They do make the wedges for other vehicles to give you a lot more maneuverability, but now having this ball, you're just gonna throw your phone down, it immediately starts connecting, and now you've got like all kinds of ways to adjust it. So if you want your passenger to see it, I have a privacy screen on, so it makes it a lot more difficult for people to see. You know, it's a lot harder, but you can figure out exactly the angle that you want. I like this better. I think going too high up would have been a little troublesome. Now I could just get in the car. I will have to figure out some kind of nice solution here. I don't really shut this often, but the problem's gonna be when I do shut it, you know, it is literally not that serious. It doesn't affect anything, and the phone literally does what it needs to do. It connects, it's secure, it's not gonna go anywhere, and it looks awesome, and the install could not have been any easier. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you are an OCD OG, I truly appreciate you. This looks pretty legit, I love it. Now I don't have to worry about plugging in. That was always a problem too. Like if my phone, the cradle, if I switched phone cases, which I do often, most of the cases that I do switch to are MagSafe compatible, but I always found myself having to like squeeze this or open it depending on the case. It does become, whatever, it's a first world problem, right? You know, what am I gonna sit here and complain about? But I had to buy this, and then when you plugged this in and you were trying to put this up into the phone's rectal area, if the phone wasn't a super tight connection, you needed two hands, because if you started pushing this up, and then it would lift the phone up out of the cradle and blah blah blah, whatever, cry me a river, right? Little miniature violin, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I love you all. I hope everybody's staying happy, healthy, and humble. This is definitely something that I recommend for anybody's vehicle, especially if you have a clear path for a charger. Now, like I said, they do give you a generous length. Most of you should be totally fine. They have a cigarette lighter and a USB-C. If you don't have a USB-C, they make USB-C to USB adapters. So say you only had like this type of thing, you could get an adapter off Amazon and it wouldn't be an issue. There's a lot of solutions to the problem, so maybe this might be a solution to a problem that you didn't even know you had. So if it is, go pick it up. I'll link this down below. Thank you so much, Proclip. Every single thing you come out with makes my life freaking easier and better in infinite ways. I really love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day.